That's tutti frutti. Good morning, good morning, good morning to each and every one of you. I'm watching some comments here where you're dealing with snow, having to shovel out of your home. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you a little bit of warmth to your heart and to your soul this morning. And hopefully that will warm you and bring some memories and also get you here to Barbados as soon as you feel able to do so. Good morning to you and welcome to Speightstown, named after Sir William Spike, who owned a large set of land in this area, also known as Little Bristol. That's because of its busy trade with England. At one time, this town here was actually being considered to be the capital of Barbados. However, Bridgetown was obviously opted for. But this area here is starting to develop more and more as it's way down in north. It has taken it hasn't developed like the south side. However, the town area is just beautiful. A lot of the original structures are still here. Magnificent scenery. A lot of this beachfront area. Who would have expected to find that type of beach in the center of town? Just beautiful. And when you're on that beach, you don't even know town exists. It is just so peaceful and just lovely on that beach section. We're going to take a little stroll over there, possibly. Not sure if we're going to take a turn to the left or to the right this morning. What I would like to do is we're about to watch the sunrise. I'm going to get back to a good position where we can do so. We can say our serenity prayer this morning. Those who would like to join me, please do at this time. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. It is a beautiful morning here in Barbados. I am not running a 4K today. I decided just to work with our live, to concentrate on live this morning. I'll upload that to YouTube later on, so if any of you are unable to watch it now, it will be on YouTube later this evening. We had some lovely 4Ks over the last couple of days. However, it meant that I really couldn't go and see and wait about. Hopefully that's what I'll do today. Notice there's a little surge that's coming in here. I also have on our raincoat, our rain shield on my back. So I'm dressed in a formal attire today. My waistcoat, as you can see. Very, very cold here. Yes. This morning I had to tell the driver I would like a cup of her coffee right now, just to warm me up. And then she came back to me and told me, well, Nick, it's actually like -4 here. And, so anyhow, we had our little bit of banter as we usually do. But good morning to all of you all. And as you can see, this is how we dress in Barbados at 6 o'clock in the morning. Because I came out here just before 6, actually, about 5:45. This jetty is actually under full repair right now. They've done all of the concrete slabbing right out to the furthest point. We did talk about this the other day when we did Schooner Bay. I did mention that it looked different, but I can now confirm definitely that all the work has been done on it. This whole jetty, I don't know what they're intending to do. I know originally they were talking about bringing in the high-end 5-star and 6-star, the smaller ships to this area to try and bring some business directly into Speightstown. I don't know if this is the actual jetty that is planned. I do know they put a lot of work into this. The last one was destroyed by some swells. Massive amounts of concrete has gone down. New railing that's going up over there. It is beautiful. Also have some little docking jetties there as well, so you can come in with your boat. So it looks as though this area is going to wait back up as long as this jetty is opened up. That would be a great thing to happen. Beautiful, beautiful. I would say the northwestern side. We're not quite in northwest, but we are in St. Peter and we are in Speightstown. So we're getting close to the north of the island. This morning my intention was to be actually even further north than here. I don't know if you all realize the driver had to take some diversions, and that's because the signal where we were supposed to be, Half Moon Fort, is terrible today. Do not know what's happening to the west coast. The fluctuations in signals as I was coming down was crazy. It was hard to determine where we were going to go. However, I did find a good signal here off of this tower, and I'm hoping that you all will be able to see this in a good quality. Let me step back a little bit though, because I'm hustling and going up this jetty, and I am leaving that sunrise alone. Now we don't have to actually see it off of the horizon. We can enjoy it from right here. Is that not just stunning? To my sister from the east, I hope you're capturing some mist this morning. I hope you're well enough to go outside and capture some mist. I know you haven't been too well, but it was great to see you back on board yesterday. We were missing you terribly. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We are just to the north of what is called Schooner Bay. That is by the Cobbler's Cove Hotel area. And we just worked our way down into the Speightstown section. If you're familiar with Speightstown, you would know where this jetty is. You would also know that almost directly opposite this, to the north, there's one of the best pastry shops in the island. That's where we used to drive on Sundays. My angel and myself, and also my sister and her husband used to come down here and have some treats, because there are lovely, lovely treats down here to be had. You will notice the little beach here by Fisherman's Pub is coming back somewhat. Last time we were here, there was no sand whatsoever. I'm noticing quite a bit of sand movement on the west coast again. Look at the colors of this sky. Now, you notice when you don't have the 4K resolution, you say, I wish I had that. But you know what? It is not a problem. I'm hoping you all will be able to appreciate that and enjoy that for how beautiful it actually is this morning. Just beautiful. Now, you will notice that this jetty is still barricaded off. However, it just said, be wary of the work zones, etc. So we are working our way around it. So if you all see me climbing over a structure and going around, no, I am not breaking the law. I'm just bending it slightly. No, I don't think there'll be any problem in me showing off this island and showing off Speightstown out on this jetty. I see no problem with that, and I'm sure there would be no problem with it whatsoever. There are quite a few fishermen that were out here earlier this morning I was chatting to, had the luxury of chatting to them. Alright, I'm going to put you for a second on standing on the wall while I negotiate myself over the fence. Yes, it does call for some climbing. But you know me, I can do these things. I am Olympically trained. So I can do these things. That's not a problem. Yes, there we go. That was pretty easy. Wasn't as bad as it looked. I don't see any of our fish cats down here this morning. I remember, to our shock, that's my angel and myself when we came down here. There were lots of cats. We used to try and feed them. They wouldn't eat. We didn't know what was going on. Fisherman said, they don't eat the meat, man. They only eat fish. So they're called the fish cats. Just beautiful beach up there, isn't it? Gorgeous. For those of you that don't know, it's the main drainaway area in Speightstown. Not something that you really should highlight in a vlog, but I do like to highlight it because I want to show you the massive amount or large area that they had to use because of the amount of rain that comes or funnels from up in the center of the island to this section. This is a developed drainaway area. As you will notice, a lot of sand is on the inside that's causing it right now to dam up. Tons of sand actually on the inside. So this is what happens when the sand washes up in here. When we get the first big rain, this will go right up to the outer banks kind of thing and then burst off and then run away from here unless they clear it before that happens. So that would be interesting to see when it does actually break and go into the sea. That would be very interesting. But that beach below there, as you can appreciate, will be wiped out for sure. You can see this goes right up onto the bypass road that goes around Speightstown area. Beautiful. I decided we're going to go to the north. So we're just going to take a little bit of street walking. As we said before, we like to do all types of Barbados, not just the most scenic spots. We like to show you the real Barbados. I know, morning sir. Morning, sir. I know our buddy, Mr. Conductor, always says, let me see the real Barbados, Nick. So this is what you're seeing right now. As you can appreciate, this is a very busy town. So we're sort of like privileged to be able to walk through here this morning and see it in this condition. Normally there'll be a lot of vehicles coming down through here. You know, I won't be able to walk in the middle of the road as I'm doing right now. For all those Q fans on board, I don't know if you remember the time they closed off this street to hold a Q in the community that was right here where we are. That was one amazing event. I am longing for the day for that to happen again. I told my angel about that. It was such an amazing night. This whole street was filled with the Q people. Now, Q people are not crop over people. They're different. You know, they tend to be more mature crowd. Tend to like a lot of the older music, like old and goldies, etc. You know, so you get a lot of really nice, calm, relaxing atmosphere down here when that's happening. Washroom facilities just here on your left. So if you're in this area and you're buying some pastries and stuff and you want to sit and eat, you can do so here. I'm just going to show you a little short section of the boardwalk. Good morning, chicken. I'll just show you the boardwalk that goes in front of these restaurants. As they're currently closed, you won't be able to see 3 doors. Hey, one of our fish cats here in the wall. Morning, sir. So this is where you can go and walk on this boardwalk section as well. I'll show you the restaurants from the other side in a minute. So you'll be able to see what is offered down here. It's not cute, these 3 cats on this wall. Good morning, how are you all going? How's it going? Beautiful cats. Just lovely. Sorry, as you all know, I'm a cat and dog charmer. So whenever I see cats and dogs, I definitely like to talk to them, speak to them a little bit in the morning. No, I'm not going off. It's just what I do. They understand me though, that's for sure. And as my friend is not here today, as you saw, they were calmly sat on the wall. If he was here, well, they would have run fast because nobody likes him at all. Except for one or two of you all, so I can't really put him down or put you all down. That wouldn't be so nice. Alright, so if you want some really delicious treats, I think they're open around 7:30. You can come here and get your freshly done pastries and stuff. I do remember the meat rolls, how lovely they were. But the favorites in here are the coconut slices. Definitely, without a doubt, the horseshoes, which are sort of like jam puffs. The turnovers are lovely. The salt breads are divine. Anything you want in here, amazing. And this is a perfect stop in the morning if you're taking an early trip around the island. Just stop in Speightstown, this general area here by the Esplanade. Don't park here for a long period of time though, please. And then you can get your food from here and then move on. Now the Orange Street Grocer, myself and my angel, we had only one meal here, and it was a chef salad. It was absolutely delicious. A little bit costly, but let me tell you, when you're hungry and you butt up on that, it was delicious. You can get all your fresh juices and coffees and pizza and everything here as well. Morning, sir. How are you going? Beautiful, beautiful town. How are you going, sir? Blessings, man. Just an amazing, amazing town. Now, as you can appreciate, it is not it's not an area with a housing development and stuff. This is a town, so you're going to see it looking a little bit rustic and stuff. That is just how the towns are. Anywhere back home, I'm sure you will see that as well. In front of us is Hugo's. I noticed they have some scaffolding. They were closed. I don't know if they're going to open as Hugo's, or if they're reopening at all, or if they're just painting. I'm not too sure about that. I guess we'll get some more information on that in time to come. Now, I remember when I was a little fella, there really was no beach here at all. Used to drive past here, used to come almost up to the road. However, over the last couple of years, it has started to develop, so much so that there's a guy that actually rents beach chairs out here if you would like. You can walk in the same boardwalk, come right around here, and he usually rents from in this general area. He rents kayaks and also paddle boards as well. It's not an official business as in set up with sign, etc. Oh boy, I'm going to quarrel so bad this morning. You'll have to forgive me, but I told my captain not to bring the vessel in this morning that close. And you know, I will have my words with him later on. I'm going to try and keep this peaceful, so let's not worry about him too much. Now, as a kid, all of us ran across this type of sand area. This is one of our highlights here, just for the fun of it. See how close you can walk the edge without it slipping, and if it does slip, try and keep yourself up. Well, you know me, I would go down here for sure, roll all around the sand, put sand all over the camera works and the gimbal. So I'm going to stay away from that this morning. And that's only not because I'm a fall person, it's just that I'm an adventurous person. I like to carry it to the limit. So, you know, I will roll around here, but I really have on, if I didn't have on this umbrella on my back, on my waistcoat, I would take a roll for sure. I would do a couple of flips and hang here for you all guys, so I will keep that for next time. All of the aerobics and acrobatics and stuff, I will hold off until our next time. Don't worry, I will treat you all to that one these days. Now, when I was a little fella all along here, we're just shadow homes. Nothing but shadow homes. But over the years, all of these properties have been purchased and bought out and turned into Airbnb rentals. You can get accommodations here. As you can see, it is a nice beach. And to be honest with you, I see hired cars here all the time. So I know this is a very popular spot right here for people to stay at. This is not the very, very busy section of town, so this would be a pretty nice place to have accommodations if you like the West Coast. You know me already, I'm a South Coast guy. I explained that to you all numerous times. And it's not that the West Coast is not magnificent, but it just is. I was born and raised on the South, and that's where I call my home. You can see a lot of work is going on here on what was Hugo's at one time. As I said, I'm not too sure what they're going to be doing with it. Now, just to show you creativity at some of its best, it is not in a very good condition, but I would like you to have a look and see what it looks like. This is what you call turning the smallest possible boat into everything possible. Tubings on the side turn into trimaran so it doesn't rock as much. You know, little hoists and stuff to pull up your nets. Everything you can imagine. Even look at the little creative ladder that will bring you out of the sea to get onto the vessel. But look at the size of this. This is something you would expect to see on like a 40-foot boat or something. Not something that's only maybe 12 or 14 feet long, that's for sure. But it is creativity at its best. No, we haven't swam yet. I know you almost the same, man. You told me bring your swimsuit, Nick. And I'm ready to go for a swim. So what I could do is we're going to take a dip right here. This is where we're going to stop right now. What I'm going to do is put you on the tripod stand for a second, because I want to take off my other phone off my hip and put everything together. So you can enjoy that. I'm sure those sounds just now were so calming and peaceful. What I'll do is let you stop here for a second and watch some of this as well. Just beautiful west coast. You can hear how gentle it's slapping. There is a little swell that's rolling through. Started yesterday actually. Like when I left the Animal Flower Cave, I saw a little something there at Maycott's Bay. Nothing really you would call a big surf or anything, but it definitely had a little swell. As you can see, there's a ground swell that's coming through here right now. So we let this baby here pass before we take a little dip, because I would like to give you all a 360 off the water, skimming the water as we like to do. And EMC 360. Right, they drop off here. I'll give you an indication of it. A lot of sand is churning up, so you're not really see it too well. Let's see. Let's go. We're going at knee, and we're dropping to, yeah, just only about just under hip. So not that bad in this area this morning for sure. Don't know how it is in the rest of the coast, but there are actually some troughs around here where sand is building in multiple areas. Now let's see how this swell decides to treat us this morning. Beautiful, lovely. All right, so get ready, folks. This is your 360 skim. Talk about swimming in reflections and where the horizon looks as though it meets the sky. It is just beautiful. The water and the sky, well, the coloration is a little different this morning, but usually they're very, very close. And it just looks as though it's a continuation of the ocean. It goes right up into the air. Last time we were here, in this exact spot, that's the jetty that we came from, by the way, just so you get a bearings of where we are. Last time we were here in this exact spot, it was pouring rain. And I had up an umbrella, and some malicious Bajans, I had to say they're Bajans because they weren't hurricanes, were stopping and taking pictures of a person in the sea with an umbrella. Well, they didn't see the gimbal, I would assume, so to them it was comical and funny. I haven't seen it appear on Facebook yet, so we'll see how that goes. Just beautiful out here this morning. The water is, let me talk a little bit about the water and about the air and about what I'm experiencing here right now. So while I'm talking about that, let me see you all as well. All right, water this morning, a little chillier than the air temperature. Air temperature is, I don't know what it is now. It was about 25 when we started the walk, so I guess, no, that's 25 Celsius. Not 25 that you all may be experiencing right now. The air, definitely a scent of the sea. And that's because on the west coast, there's hardly any wind down here. So you're not getting any scent of the air that's in this area from the sea and stuff. You're smelling it very strong. It is beautiful scent. No match Neil around here, unfortunately, because as you all know, that is my favorite scent. Yeah, just now I went right down to neck deep, so it was I was glad to have two gimbals for sure. But it's a beautiful morning here. As you can see, I am very happy. I'm extremely happy. I'm only sorry that some of you are not here on the island with me right now, because I know this is where you're supposed to be. Some of you had to cancel your travel plans and stuff with what's going on. Fully understandable, but remember, we are open. As you all have seen from all the beaches and stuff, you know, we are distancing, we're doing the best we can. Obviously, everybody's struggling with, you know, the new strain that's going on. We don't really talk about the negatives, but the positives behind that is that Barbados is taking it serious, and on the beaches, anyone that's here will tell you there's plenty of room. There's no crowding, overcrowding. It's lovely at the moment. So if you are interested in taking a trip down, please do so. If you're waiting until you feel safer to do that, please do so as well, of course. Just beautiful. All right, we're going to make our way a little further down now. Do a little bit more walking and go to the sea. Yeah, here we go. Beautiful. It's really a lovely morning down here. I can't tell you anything else but tropical heaven. You know, there's a little bit of cloud and stuff that is expected at this time of year. We've seen that every morning so far. You would have noticed that the mornings with the clear skies have sort of like gone for now, and that's because it is quite cool in the morning, early before the sun comes up, so you will get the moisture clouds that are building all around. We have had little sprinkles of rain, but nothing major. I'll just put back on my backpack and go again. We walk a little bit further to the north, not much more, but we will do a little bit more. You can see more condos here, lots of condos here. Beautiful, beautiful down and upstairs facilities, just stunning. Parking for these structures, there is parking on the side of these here or behind some of these villas as well. So you have adequate parking if you want to come and stay in this area for sure. You're seeing the names as we walk. The clarity is not good. This is called White Sands Hotel Apartments. See, a lot of work is going on this building. All of the fronts being refaced and cleaned up and getting prepped up again. As I said before, this was the former Hugo's. Maybe still Hugo's, but until I see that officially open under that name, we just call it the former Hugo's. Has been closed for a long, long time. I wasn't even sure if it was going to reopen at one stage again because it's been closed that long. I've seen a lot of restaurants have reopened. Again, we have some sand that's building in this general area. Caspian Beach Apartments. Nice as well, front and back beach apartments. Very nice. I mean, the view from here probably pretty nice. I would like to see these telephone poles like sort of like put on, this telephone lines put on the ground though, because be sort of like looking straight into high tension wires. So you can see adequate parking for these places. Area obviously very popular for sea turtles to nest and stuff along these banks or along these beaches. The whole west coast. Actually, the south is very, very heavy with turtles now too as well. I'm noticing a lot more recently. So Carla and the Barbados Turtle Project, whatever you all are doing, you're doing an amazing job, because there are definitely a lot more turtles in the water that I'm seeing now all over the south and on the west than I used to see before. This is what you gotta call glass off conditions. Little swell coming through, but just perfect conditions. The clouds in the sky have their own artwork going on right now, looking beautiful. And as usual, the morning glow that's coming off of those clouds from the sun to the east, spectacular. Alright, this place here has been under numerous names. Again, I'm going to go back to when I was in my teens. There was no hotel here. There was actually a swamp behind here. There was no thoroughfare road that ran in front of the property. There was a road that came in from the north side, from Sixpence Bay side, and drove up along the beachfront. The beachfront was no wider than this. And the road was right next to it, a very small road. Not very popular at all. However, when it was taken over then and turned into the Haywoods Beach Resort, massive sprawling complex, huge. I remember the nightclub very well. I used to party there all the time. Yes, I was a serious party person at one time, believe it or not, shy individual like me. Yes, I used to get on and enjoy myself, of course. But as Haywoods then developed, it then was sold over. Now, I hope I'm not missing any links in between here, but it was sold over to Almond Beach Resorts, which had Almond Beach Village, which was here, and also the Almond Beach Club, which was in Whole Town. The two of them were affiliated. There's a little small, or there was a little small 9-hole golf course here as well. Very small though, extremely small, but that used to be entertaining for a lot of people. And this whole complex at one time was only 2 stories high. Very, very big complex. And then after the Almond Beach Village, it sold over quite a few times. The latest information is that it was supposed to have been a Sandals resort. Sandals laid this jetty along with all of the groins that you're seeing, catchment groins that you're seeing. I think, as far as I know, they were responsible for putting them down. If they didn't actually put them down themselves, it is because of their intended purchase that it was done to beautify and enhance the beaches down here. Up to 2 or 3 years ago, you could have driven in here on a sand track, just run on the inside of these mangrove trees here, which is mahogany and also some manchineel, and drive right around the property to the other side. However, that has been closed off, obviously. But when it was a resort, you were stopped as well by some barriers further on, but you could have driven through. This is a massive jetty. This is definitely responsible by Sandals for sure. And this is one of their structures that they laid so they'd be able to have their diving and all their water sports facilities, even when the conditions down here were relatively rough. So they would have boarded all their water sports from here. But as you can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful area. Now you have to bear in mind, this is our highest high tide right now. So, you know, there's really no beach. What you're seeing, no beach here. At low tide, there's going to be beach right out to where this white water is right now. So a lot bigger. But because of all of the massive expansions out here, great beaches have developed. I'm not going to take you any further on this section right now. What I'll do is walk you to the end of the jetty you can look up, because we will walk this beach at another day. We're just going to keep this nice and merry today, enjoy what we have seen. It is a beautiful morning here in Barbados, as you can see. I'm going to give you a 360 in a few minutes time so you can get a better vantage point and look right in at all of this entire coastline here. However, as you can appreciate, we're not going to swim anymore right now. There's a little swell running here. There is some beautiful water conditions there. I may change my mind. Who knows? I'm allowed to do that. Yep. That's the beauty of when you're doing your own thing. And I have all my friends here with me. So, you know, I don't mind spending a little extra time with them and maybe take them for another swim. I am so angry with my captain. And the thing about it is, it's a good thing I just brought my summer yacht down here. If I had brought my big girl down here, well, I would really be on the call to him right now on the radio, because I told him, do not bring that in that close this morning. But you know people are, they don't listen all the time. You can look down the beach here, like 3 or 4 coves between here and Port St. Charles. It is absolutely beautiful. Public access to the beaches here. There's one just to the south of Port St. Charles. Just before you get to Port St. Charles itself, there's a public thoroughfare down through there and park in if you would like. You can park in that section, or you can park over along the skirting area or opposite here where there's an open lot as well. There are no facilities here, as in restroom facilities though. So if you're coming down here, be aware of that, please. There are no restaurants or bars in the immediate area. But as I showed you before, you can always walk into Speightstown. It's not that far from here. Use the washroom facilities if you need to, or you can go to the bakery or any of the bars and the shops in that area. All right, we can do a 360 from here. Here we go. Come through, sir. How are you going? Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You want to wave off to all my friends from all over the world?
Aye.
Good morning, man. Thanks very much.
Barbados.
Thank you, sir. Are you on Facebook by any chance?
Yeah.
Would you like to follow us? We do this every morning except for Wednesday and Sunday. We're known as, I'm going to put the camera on you if you don't mind, so I can see your expressions of joy and happiness. We do this every day, as I said, except for Wednesday and Sunday. We do a 6 a.m. sunrise video, usually like 15-20 minutes of watching the sun and listening to the sea. And then we do a little bit of a walking tour. It is a spiritual group that just comes together to give thanks to God and to their light, to whatever, to their light, and just for life, and just start the day in the right way, giving a little bit of positiveness and hope and love and care. On here, we right now have 62 people that are streaming. It will probably be like about 90 when I do my full report at the end of the day, and we will probably have close to 700 comments of people just exchanging love, care, and happiness together.
Great.
You have a great day, okay? Thanks. Nice to meet you, man.
I'm Ian. Enjoy the day.
Thank you, Ian. Again, a lot of comments here. If you come on the Facebook today, you'll see us. Okay. Excellent. Thanks, man. Take care, huh? Okay. So as you can see, another happy Bajan. As I always tell you, the Bajans, man, amazing people, you know. I mean, this guy I didn't even know, you know, is walking down here, and what does he want to do? Just greet you from beautiful Barbados. That is Bajan all the way, man. 100% Bajan. I think I may have cut that 360 short, but don't mind. Y'all got the gist of what out here is like. So, I can't help that. You took my attention away, smiling and thing. Man, it made me happy, you know. I had a couple of fishermen, as I mentioned, on the Speightstown Jetty this morning. I was so hoping they would hang around, but they had to go off, they told me. But they were all ready and gung-ho to welcome me on to Barbados at the sunrise. So, big shame. Massive complex here. All this block here was all new. This you see, only 2 stories. This is all developed a while back. However, it has not been continued. So everything here is in a dormant state. Nothing is going on whatsoever. Another piece of prime Barbados with zero happening on it. I would like to see all of these former resorts being brought back before more footprints are laid. That's just my opinion. You know me. I can't keep my mouth shut sometimes, but I don't know how we can have these kind of facilities that are left dormant and then open up new ones in other areas. I think we should be utilizing these properties first. North Point Beach Resort, Silver Sands, Silver Rock, Almond Beach Village. You know, there are many of them. And remember, these are just my opinions. These are not the opinions of the general populace in Barbados. This is just something I talk about. As you all know, I talk to you all as real as it can be. Now, we're not going to tease you with the rest of the beaches in this area. So we're just going to take our little dip here. I didn't want to leave you all without giving you another water dip. The first thing we hear is, man, Nick, you promised us a water day. I got all my beach attire. And what are you doing? You bring us in the sea once. You know me, I like to keep my family happy. Especially my driver, because if she boycotts me, she wants to swim today. She told me how cold she was. If she boycotts us, well, we are not going anywhere. We'd have to do a live broadcast from my castle deck. So, a little bit rocky here, but nice conditions. It is beautiful. As I said, there are like 4 of these little coves before you get over to Port St. Charles. And when you get to Port St. Charles, massive open area of ocean. Now, for all the people that want to snorkel, all of these catchment grounds have been laid offshore, from what I am understanding, because I haven't snorkeled out here since they have been laid, but quite a few of our members have told me great snorkeling, full of fish life. So as soon as my angel returns to Barbados, I know she loves snorkeling. This is somewhere I will take her. All right, Waterborne 360. I hope you all enjoy this, folks. Well, that last 360 was nothing but absolute peace and serenity. Listening to the birds, hearing the gentle slapping on the beaches, you know, nothing else, no sounds besides them. Peace and serenity beyond belief. If this is not making you feel a little better this morning, some people it may feel a little worse because they may have supposed to have been here right now, but you are here right now in the best way you can be. Imagine if we didn't have this EMC, you wouldn't be here at all. You won't be seeing any of this. You won't be seeing the mornings, you won't be seeing the sunrises, you won't be gathering with all your friends and all your loved ones. I shouldn't say you wouldn't be, but you won't be gathering with the EMC because we wouldn't be existing. However, this is God's journey for me, and his intentions were to take what I had originally started as a plan of just showing Barbados and transforming it into a gathering of people that are all spiritually conscious. They're all blessed and are appreciative of life and of everything that we have, because there's so much that we could not have. There are a lot of people around that have nothing like what we're experiencing now. Don't have any money to pay for electricity, etc., etc. We're not going to paint doom and gloom, but just remember, be grateful for what you have, because this is, you know, God has blessed us first of all with life. We have that. A lot of people this morning didn't wake up. Unfortunately, you know, they're moving on to a better place, but while we're here, let's enjoy the life we have. Let's make it as nice and as kind as it can be to anyone around us. Let us have our lives reflecting those around us, and let us, one person, spread it to two, and then two will spread it to four, and it goes on and goes on. And that is what God has asked us to do. Love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Have a fantastic day, everyone. I love you all. Looking forward to reading the comments this morning when I get home. You know, this has been a beautiful, beautiful walk. It looks like long on my watch. When I looked at it, I saw 7 o'clock. I said, oh my goodness, Nick, way too long. But we didn't start till about 6:15. So that is a beautiful tour. Have a great day, everyone. I love you. If you want to say your goodbyes, I'm going to leave you with a view here that you can enjoy. And please say your goodbyes now, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day, and please keep safe and be kind to yourself. Yourself is the most important person. You can't love if you don't feel loved. You can't forgive if you don't forgive yourself. So start with yourself today and then spread it to others. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all.